All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the low point of the club. This would have saved me a massive amount of frustration as well when I was learning, was this. If somebody would have said, hey, you need to pay attention about where, okay, that club comes back down to the ground, you know. I saw a ball, I swung at a ball. I never paid attention to, oh, was I coming down behind the ball, on top of the ball? Where was I coming down, right? Because you have this ball club relationship. So this is one of these little divot boards, which is really pretty cool thing here. So if you look at this pattern here, there's the golf ball sitting right here, right? And if we're going this way, right, you can see that the club is taking and brushing these things over this way, okay? So this would be really a nice perfect strike here, where what would that be telling us? That the club would be, you know, here's the ground, the club head is coming down, 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 down. Now it's collecting the ball up the face, and then now it's touching the turf, right? So the low point will be where? Will be in front of the golf ball. I swear to you, I probably played 3 or 4 years up into high school. I was probably shooting 75, and before I ever really went, oh my gosh, hey, the divot starts in front of the ball. Yeah, the divot starts in front of the ball. All of a sudden I started to focus a whole lot more on where I wanted that club to come down, okay, and all of a sudden I became a much better player. Okay? So you have to understand that, you know, where the club comes down, that's the low point. You have to pay attention to that. What's your best, you know, line of defense for that? Speed in the front with rotation. Okay? What's the best, you know, things that can help you with that? Timing of when you start to turn in, use your elbow and wrist. So you have to understand where I want the low point to be, which is slightly up in front of the golf ball. Right, okay? And we don't want the club diving down to that spot. We want the club to be coming down, but then as soon as the club comes down, where does it go? It goes back up, right? That's the other beauty of rotation. So understand the bottom of the arc, right? The low point of the swing, right? What about that driver, Jeff? What about that driver? It's sitting up on a tee and I have it up in the front of my stance, and I go, okay, so if I did what? If I came down to a low point, but I didn't hit the ground, and then I started to what? Come back up, I could catch it coming right back up. Now I'm gonna do what? I'd launch it off the lower half of the golf club, right? Control the spin and maximize out my distance. So, you know, you have to know where that ball and low point relationships are. So work on that, and always, you know, you get better at it. If you do, what's gonna happen? Rapid skill development.